Hi everyone.
Hi everybody.
In today's video, we wanted to show you the 10 best-selling Dazzle Dry polishes. They're actually very, very good. I contacted Dazzle Dry and they sent me a list of the best sellers. So we wanted to show you how they apply on real nails. And I can tell you from my experience what I think about each and every one of them. So
let's get into it.
Let's get into it. The polishes are Prima Ballerina, Boss, Anticipation, Less is Mauve, White Lightning, At First Blush, Touch of Love, Heart's Caress, Ocean Motion, and Fast Track Cherry. By the way, if you're curious what's on my nails, is this. Because I always get these questions. What's on my nails?
So my manicure is done and the base coat has already been applied.
That's right. Dazzle Dry base coat. It cooled off now. It's a little bit cooler, but it always has to be nice and clear before you apply it on the nail. Very, very important. And it's also very important to go with the full system when it comes to Dazzle Dry. The chemistry of the product is so different that it really needs to be used as a full system.
Correct.
Prima Ballerina. I'm not surprised that this is very popular because this is a very, very classic color. I find with this one, thinner coats work better. And sometimes using even 3 thin coats if you want something a little bit more opaque. When it comes to Dazzle Dry, don't be afraid. I keep repeating this, but this is important. Don't be afraid of using 3 coats because Dazzle Dry dries so quickly that it doesn't really matter. Adding additional coat is not a problem. Okay, Boss is a fantastic nude. I'm also not surprised that it made the list. It's one of my clients' favorite colors. It's a kind of a cooler nude. This one goes on really, really well. It's an easy application in 2 coats. So usually I apply first coat quite thin, on the thinner side, and then the second coat a little bit more generous. Anticipation.
It's a nice color.
Anticipation is great. It has absolutely fantastic formula. It's almost a 1-coater. It's great for fall. Like, look at this. It's very, very easy to apply. Definitely, it's very pigmented, so you want to apply thinner coats. Look at this. Incredible. And by the way, we are going to take some pictures outside just so you can see how these colors look in different lighting.
Yep.
Sometimes outside they look different. Okay, this is Less is Mauve. It's a pinkish nude or nudish pink, kind of like a pink, dusty pink. Oh, dusty rose. I'm back with the dusty.
No, thank you.
Fantastic color. Look at that.
Love the color, don't love the dusty.
White Lightning. Okay, White Lightning is a absolutely fantastic white. It's a 1-coater. Wow.
But hold on. Is it fantastic though?
Fantastic.
Is it fantastic?
Very fantastic.
Very fantastic. Super fantastic?
Yes.
Fantastic.
So, of course, on the Originals, it's not going to be a 1-coater, and I don't try to apply it in 1 coat. It's better to apply it in a couple thinner coats, but it's an amazing white.
For a white on my nails as a first coat, that applied very well.
It's super pigmented. By the way, if you're buying Dazzle Dry, make sure you buy the Revive, which is a thinner, because of the polishes such fast drying formula, you want to make sure that you have the drops in order to restore the consistency of the polish, because it is going to get thicker, some of them quicker than others in few applications, so you want to make sure you use the thinner.
And another really big thing we would appreciate is if you are going to buy Dazzle Dry products, if you would use the affiliate links that we have in the description box down below.
We'll also leave it in the comment section.
Yeah, it helps the channel out. It's at no additional cost to you guys. We'd really appreciate it. Same with if you'd hit the like button if you like what you're watching.
definitely.
Totally free, quick click.
Appreciated.
Yeah, and we'd really appreciate it.
At first blush. Okay, this tends to be a little bit more blushy looking when you first get it, and it tends to fade a little bit. But it fades to a really nice color. It fades to a softer white. I find with ridgy nails, sometimes this needs 3 coats. So don't be afraid to, if you are seeing ridges, like a lot of ridges on the first coat, apply a thin second coat and then again thin third coat. That's what works for me. Touch of Love, same thing as this one. It tends to sometimes apply a little bit more difficult for ridgy nails. This one has like a soft kind of finish. So sometimes it will need 3 coats. Again, don't be afraid of 3 coats. On majority of nails, they don't need 3 coats, but some of them do. Okay, Heart's Caress. We showed you that one in our previous video. It's kind of a darker version of the other one, the Less is Mauve.
All right.
This one has a fantastic formula. 2 coats is all you need. It's pretty much 1 coater as well. Well, you can start seeing the ridges. By the way, those very pigmented colors, especially the ones that have white, tend to, I don't want to say this color, it's just the titanium dioxide in the bottle tends to gravitate towards the bottle. And you can see like the white kind of residue. So make sure you mix them well, like once a week. And don't think that the polish went bad or anything. There's nothing wrong with the polish. Inside it's not faded. It's just that the outside looks a little bit faded. The next color is Ocean Motion. This is really, really good. We used it in the previous video as well. We'll link it, a full manicure with this polish. We'll link it at the end of the video. We put it in the
great for spring, great for
yeah,
summer.
this is really good.
Beautiful color. Beautiful, beautiful color.
This is very close to the famous Essie nail polish Bikini Sotini. So if you want a Dazzle Dry color, but you like the Essie has the little shimmer, which is not as visible on the nail, but it does, you can see it in a bottle.
So if you're looking for a nice Essie dupe in Dazzle Dry,
yeah,
that would be it. And I would be more prone to go with actually this color than with the Essie. I mean, you know what? I just prefer the color a little bit more.
Okay.
And the fact that it's so quick drying. That is such a key thing with this stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
So true. And now Fast Track Cherry. This one is also absolutely excellent. It's a bit of a jelly.
You didn't mention if it's fantastic or not, though.
It's fantastic.
Ah.
So there are 2 reds that I really love, like 2 darker reds from Dazzle Dry. It's this one and, oops, Perfectly Plaid, right? Correct. I always say plaid.
Perfectly plaid.
Yeah. So this one is a bit of a cooler version. The other one is slightly warmer. They're both just classic and beautiful. Fantastic.
Nice. It's super fantastic. Round 2.
Round 2. So always make sure with Dazzle Dry that you are drying each coat, and you will know that the coat is dry when it goes matte. And some colors dry a little bit more matte than others. Actually, the Fast Track Cherry usually dries a little bit more shiny. And this one dries a little bit more shiny. But when you start seeing the little ridges and the little imperfections in a natural nail, that means that the polish is dry.
Yep.
Let us know if you are surprised with these choices, or if you are not surprised, if you like them, which one is your favorite?
And what ones you think may have should been on that list that didn't quite make it? Because I'm looking at the entire batch, and I gotta say, you know, there's a lot of really good colors, and there are a few I'm surprised did not make the cut for the top 10.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Alluring Charm didn't make it. I'm surprised that Smitten didn't make it.
Yep.
Smitten is kind of similar to this one. It's just like a lighter version and a little bit more sheer, which I also like to apply in 3 coats sometimes, Smitten. It's a great color.
Yeah, they have such beautiful like nudes.
Although I would like to see more nudes from Dazzle Dry.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I say that questioningly because we have.
True, but nudes are very, very. They have to be done right. I mean, they have to match the client.
And we don't have enough that matches clients.
No.
Okay.
We need more.
Alrighty.
Okay, so this one dries a little bit more blue almost. It looks a little bit more purple in the when it's right.
Yeah, it has kind of like a purple tone to it for a gray.
Yeah, and then it kind of dries a little bit differently.
Yeah. Personally, I would have loved to have seen Jones Armor on that list, but I'm biased.
Yeah. I mean, some colors are really, really good, but are they best sellers? That's the thing, right?
And that one is more of
it's a must-have. Yeah, it's a kind of a must-have, but maybe you're not going to use it up. Yeah. These ones, they are going to be used often, and that's why they're best sellers, obviously.
But you can see with this nail, like it is dry. It is matte. It is super ridgy. It's ready. That first coat really applied well. I feel like my nails have actually increased in difficulty as time has went on.
Yeah.
They went from like difficulty 8 to like difficulty 11 at this point.
I agree.
They got to keep you on your toes, right?
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think? Is that going to be a 2 or 3 coater?
You know, I'm going to do 3 coats, I think.
Interesting.
Because that's what I usually do when I don't know.
Right.
How this is going to turn out. So if I have like a nail that's a little bit more challenging, I would rather do 3. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I keep forgetting about this color, and it's so nice. This is very similar to Alluring Charm, but Alluring Charm it's very chalky, so it can be difficult to apply. I know some people have issues with it. You have to be very fast. So if you have difficulties with Alluring Charm, maybe 3 coats of this one would be a good idea. Heart's Caress. I noticed, and I tried to correct when I edit the videos, that the polishes look a little bit warmer on video. They are not as warm sometimes, so kind of make a mental note of that. A second coat of Fast Track Cherry. So you can see it's a little bit more shiny, right? So that's normal. You don't have to wait for this to dry any better.
The texture will let you know.
Yeah. If you want to clean up the edges, I wait for the polish to dry. Unless it flows into the skin, then obviously clean it up as soon as you can. But if the polish is just a little bit uneven and you want to clean the borders a little bit, I prefer to do that when the polish is dry completely. Should I do a 3rd coat on this one?
Yep. I think so.
Okay, so we're going to do a 3rd coat on a few colors. So kind of make a note how they look in 2 coats. So if the nail was nice and even, this would be enough. Also, I like this 1 coat of this with Purity on top of it. It looks really good. Purity is one of those colors that it's good as a topper. It lightens the color a little bit and it adds shimmer. It's really good. Okay, let's do a 3rd coat on these difficult nails. And I have to say, like, compared to other polishes, when you have to kind of dry the polishes in between coats for a few minutes, this one dries much faster in between the coats. So very often when I'm finished applying, especially when it's warmer in the salon and drier, when I'm finished applying the 1st coat, the first nail is already dry. So you don't have to dry them for 2, 3, 5 minutes in between the coats. So that's why the 3 coats doesn't really, it's not really a big deal. This one looks really good on toes. Okay, so I'm going to do a top coat. I'm going to kind of very quickly explain the best way of applying top coat so you don't get bubbles. So the deal with the top coat is that you want to make sure that it has a perfect consistency. So when you buy a brand new bottle, just notice what the consistency of the top coat is, and it's not very, very thick. So you want to make sure that you maintain that consistency with the Revive. When you go and pick up polish, do that gently so you don't put additional like air in the bottle, because if you are hitting the nail polish, like you're going into the bottle too many times, you introduce like little air bubbles, and those air bubbles are going to show up on the nail eventually. So try to just pick it up gently and try not to overwork the polish. See how I place the brush gently? I also tend to work quite slow with the top coat. And I find the reason why I do a lot of, watch me work videos in real time is because subconsciously, when we are watching videos that are sped up, subconsciously we are starting to imitate that and start working too fast. And when you're working that fast, again, you're going to introduce bubbles into the top coat. When it comes to top coat shrinking, that usually happens when the top coat is applied too thick on a nail, or when the top coat is too thick itself. So Dazzle Dry top coat, once it starts getting stringy, that means that it's way too thick. Also make sure that the neck of the bottle is clean. I have to clean mine, because if it's crusty, it is allowing air. It's not sealing properly, and it's allowing air into the polish, so the polish is going to dry out in the bottle. So you see how this one is a little bit more shiny than the other colors? That's normal. Okay, so we're going to take some quick videos or some pictures outside to show you how they look in different lighting. And we're going to say goodbye.
Well, before we do, don't forget at the end of the video we will have a end card for the beautiful color Ocean Motion and Watch Me Work video. So hopefully this video was helpful. Let us know what you think, and let us know which is your favorite color. And we'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. Ciao.
Look at these beautiful colors. The Prima Ballerina is gorgeous. And this one looks more nude now. So beautiful. Okay. Fast Track Cherries, fantastic.